Morning, guys. How we all doing this morning on this nice Sunday day? Anyway, probably gonna wonder what this video's about. So, why don't we go ahead and get started? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you an update on what my research has uncovered, what it's led to me to this point in time. Now, I arrived up here in last May, late at the end of May, and so it's been about 7-8 months now. What I have found up here is things that are similar to where I have found in other parts of the Sierra Nevada mountains. And all except these hybrids up here on this part of the Sierras seem to be more elusive, more evasive, really hard to figure these ones out right now. Considering the way the weather's been since November, which is about the time period that all the vocalization pretty much came to an end. Right over here I have a migration trail that deer follow, and it's been there for a long time. And the deer have left. So they went down to the valley where it's a little lower, where there's more food for them to consume. Now my guess is this: being, besides small mammals, the deer is the hybrid's #1 meal for protein. And so what I believe at this point in time is that a lot of the hybrids that were residing around this area, and I believe that quite a few of them, as their ancestors did, is they're following the food. So in other words, I think they went down the valley, they're migrating themselves. Now the other parts of the Sierras, I've done my research on these hybrids, I have found that they do not migrate whatsoever. They've already marked their territory out, these other places I've been at, and they got very large radius of a territorial area, and they got too much food, they got plenty of water, and so therefore they don't have to follow the food around. So my guess is they're down here lower in the valley, up in the area where I'm at. And they will be coming back up here when spring breaks. Trust me on that. They'll be because the deer will be back up here, and they'll be come up on this migration trail. If you'll remember last year I did show you a video of a certain deer that had particular scars on it. And I still stand my ground on it today that I believe that it was ambushed or attacked by one of these hybrids, and obviously it got away. The last time I seen that deer was a few months back, and she had one young'un, and I haven't seen her since, so I figured she migrated back down into the valley. There is a few left lingering around. The other day I had one that was wandering around on my property, and it was doing some vocalization, and basically there was two of them. They were vocalizing with each other, and they're basically mimicking particular animals in the forest. Other than that, it's been pretty quiet. These guys, up where I'm at right now, the food is very scarce, if food at all. And that's why I believe they migrated down to lower levels where the food is more available. And but because we had such a good winter up here, pretty decent, and all the natural lakes up here are nice and full, and that's good. I'll be spending some time in spring and during the summer around some of these water holes because I know they'll be hanging around there. And I found out something else up here, which is the same as the other places I've been at. Now, about 3 or 4 days ago, I was out on my back porch, and of course, you know, I'm looking through the forest and all that because I'm always observing around here because that's why I got this place. This is like an observatory in the middle of the forest for me. And so I'm pretty much well surrounded, what I call my research areas. I mean, it's really awesome situation to be into as a researcher. Now, there has been quite a few UFO encounters up here where people have, residents up here has actually witnessed them, and I talked to a few of them. Now get back where I was coming from was that about 3 or 4 days ago, I was out on my rear porch. It was late at night, and I was just stargazing because the sky was clear that night and the stars came out. Noticed one particular one that was shining awfully bright than a star would, and it was down at a really low level. I kept my eye on this, and I have a group there's a tree line that goes across over here. Now, the trees are pretty tall. They're average around 80 to 100 feet in height. When I spotted this object, it was about 35 to 45 degree angle from me, from the west, and I'm viewing from the east to the west, and it was just hovering above the tree line, less than 500 feet above, and it would start dropping down below the tree line. Then it would jump up over here, then to this way, then back to this way, and it would set there stable and just hover. No sound. Probably about, I would say, a mile to about a half from me of where I was viewing. Now, to the west of me is all wilderness. Just all wilderness. I mean, miles of it. Now, I wanted to make sure I wasn't, you know, my eyes weren't playing games with me, so I called Stephanie. Stephanie came to the back of the porch with me, and she viewed also the object. So we sat there and we viewed this object for a couple minutes. Then what it did, it was just hovering, I'd say probably at this point maybe 75 feet above one of the tall trees. It dropped down below, came back up, went this way in reverse, which we do not have anything that could do this. It was making maneuvers of aircrafts that we don't even have. Then it came back up. It hovered at this point probably about, I'd say, within 50 feet above the top of the trees. Then it descended nice and slow, and I could see it descending until it just either touched ground or it was above the surface of the ground. Whatever it was doing, it did not reappear again. Okay? Now, why is that? Why is it that there's people that have seen UFOs up here? Well, I'm going to tell you why. I came up to this conclusion years ago because of the other places I've been into where I've had the same experiences. Now, here's the funny thing about it. Every one of these situations where I have seen them, and me and Garland, and me and other people, it's just not me alone. I've always had witnesses with me, most of the time. What I believe they're really after is gold. You see, because all these places I have seen them at is where gold was discovered. It's where gold strikes happen. It's where they were getting gold from the earth. Now look, we all know gold is a very, very precious material. We know this, and also it's also used in a lot of electronic equipment. Okay. The best guess I could get on this is I believe that they use the gold for some type of energy source, and probably also to enhance their technology. This I believe, and I believe it's very possible. But the thing is, guys, you know, I'm not a UFOologist, okay? I'm not like most people that see them, you know. I don't get excited, I don't get paranoid, I don't get jumpy. You know, it's not jaw-dropping to me. I have seen these throughout the years, and I've seen many shapes of crafts. Probably particular, the one that hits me really odd, always has, is the ones that are shaped like a triangle. And I've seen quite a few of these type of vehicles. They're triangle and they are black in color. I've even seen them in a solid gray color. Not to mention I have seen orbs, gray or a grayish silver in color. I've seen them in the shape of a saucer. And I've also seen them in the shape as a square. So, but like I said, that's not what I research on. I'm just relating to you what I have found what's going on up here. Now, the other thing is, I wanted you all to, I also wanted you all to understand that theory that I put up, that's up there right now. I really hope that you guys really listen to what I was explaining to you. And I'm telling you straight up. I mean straight up, no bullshit. When I wrote that theory, that is facts. That's facts, people. That is everything I put in there is exactly what's going on today. Hey, look, I don't even have to explain it to you. All you got to do is go out your front door. How about go to a town, go to a city, take a good look around. You know, I mean, it's inescapable. You can't sit there and be in denial for the rest of your lives. This is what you don't want to do. You guys really, you need to, you might have to read over or listen to that theory 3 or 4 times before it clicks. Look it. I'm a stickler to reading a good book. I like reading hardbacks, okay? And a lot of times I'll read a book 3 or 4 times, and then at that point I can absorb everything that I have read. I could take what I want in context, okay? Sometimes you have to do this. To listen to it one time, it's going to go through one ear and out the other. You know that. You're not even going to think about it after that. Did I write that theory to scare the hell out of people? No, I did not. Why did I write it? Because I sat back for years and saw this happening under everybody's nose, and it just blew my mind that nobody out there would even take the time of day to consider of what is really happening on this planet Earth right now and what's been going on. I'm telling you straight up, guys, if we all don't get our act together, I'm telling you right now, it ain't bullshit. It's gonna be over for us. You know, one thing you need to understand about nature itself. Mother Nature, you know, she rules the roost. I'm telling you right now, she rules the roost over planet Earth. And she's always been known. You know, let me put it in perspective. Nature will create a species. And if this species is not progressive, what I mean by progressive, I mean as in doing something for themselves, to better themselves, to better their survivability, their reproduction ability, to make a better social system. And throughout time and time again, that there has been so many species, and even unknown species, that has been on this planet Earth and has went into extinction. That is a fact. It is a fact. Why do they go into extinction? Because they don't follow the golden rules of nature. Mother Nature, after a while, she looks at this species and says, well, you know, you're really screwing up and you're really not doing a damn good for yourself. And you're not productive. There's no way you're going to be able to sustain your species, so what she'll do is she takes you out. Now, you're extinct. You don't exist no more. You feeling me now? Do you understand where I'm coming from? And it ain't no joke, guys. This is real shit. It's reality, man. Hey, look it. I know for a fact there is two major words that human beings just can't stand. They find it hard to consume. And one is reality. Okay? Reality is what it is. You can't change it. You can't manipulate it. You know, can't run from it. You can't hide from it. And people do. Let's face it. And it don't matter because we see when you snap out of it or you wake up the next day, what's in front of your face? Frickin' reality. I think you all need to really wake up and smell the frickin' roses, man, because pretty soon ain't gonna be no roses for you to smell. So, I honestly hope you guys really heed to what that theory is about. Understand what it's about. Look it. You can check it out yourself on how many species, that known species, has gone into extinction. Let's say, here's a good one for you. You guys like a little bit of anthropology. How about Neanderthals? They were one of the short-term species that nature created on this planet. Why did they not live long enough? Why did they go into extinction so quick? Because of what I just explained to you. They were going nowhere. Nature took them out. Get out of here. I can't use you no more. You know, you're a pain in my butt. And that's what she does. So, please, for yourselves, think about what I just told you, okay? Think about it good and hard, because I'm going to tell you what. I sit back here and I observe. Sometimes I kind of feel like I'm up on a mountain. I'm looking down, you know, because sometimes you have to be outside that circle to see what's going on in the circle. And I'll tell you right now, straight up, what I see going on in that circle, it's appalling. It's appalling. It's a frickin' abomination to human beings. You understand what I'm saying? Come on, guys. You guys got to have a lot more respect for yourselves than that. I hope so. And these are the things my research has uncovered. Look it. We live in a very mysterious world. There's things on this planet that happens right under our noses every second of the day. And it happens all the time. And things are always changing all the time. Things are always evolving all the time. You have to understand this. It's hard to keep up with, but man, you got to have some clarity on where you're headed to. Okay? Now these hybrids, say for instance, look at their ancestors lived for 2.2 and 2.1 million years. If these guys are still alive, they're out here right now. You know, I mean, what else can I tell you? They were here before us, and I'm telling you right now, it looks like they're going to be here after us. I guess it's more of their planet than ours. What do you think? I don't know. So, but these are the things I have found, I came across now that at this point in my research. Now, when spring breaks, I'll be getting up here a little bit deeper in the hills. It's time for me. I'm going to go deep interior now. And I'm pretty positive once I do this, I'm going to find them. And I'm really curious. I'm at the same time really excited about, because I want to know what these hybrids are all about. Okay? So, I just want to touch bases with you, let you know what I was doing, what's going on at this point in time. Okay? I will keep you updated though, and I will be back out in the field here shortly. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Y'all take care now. Have a good one. I gotta go. Bye.